Chapter 2: The Illogical Logic. One of the most fascinating aspects of intuition is its accuracy and relevance. Despite being illogical, intuition is, in fact, the illogical logic. Understanding this point is essential, although difficult, on our quest towards having access to intuition's space and recognizing how it operates.
One of the most unusual features of intuition is that it always precedes its time. Our logic, which we use regularly, does not deal with things that have not yet happened or with what allegedly does not exist. This logic, the one we share and communicate with, is built on observation, experience, and learning. We draw our conclusions from all these and, in this way, shape our reality and lives. In fact, this logic contains all that we have managed to uncover and reason with from our very beginnings until this very moment.
As far as what is to happen next, or what is best to do later or in the future, it is our logic that deals with that, but in a framework of uncertainty. From there, according to the past experience, our logic makes a statistical assessment about what may happen or what is possibly the right thing to do in order to get better results. This is how we make, or hope to make, fewer mistakes. As far as future certainty, our logic is limited, as well as limiting, cautious, and doubtful. What is coming tomorrow can be appreciated only in terms of probability and reliance on past precedents, and life lessons. But these manifests can work for us or against us. It is precisely here the intuition can step in and fill the gaps that logic creates.
As far as our common logic, one should never follow only his feelings. It may be irresponsible or wrong to make decisions based on information that has no backup or has not been verified as useful or relevant. Feelings and emotions based on our usual logic are not connected to an organized methodological way of thinking. In fact, one should be very cautious when addressing ideas or forming decisions in this mindset.
Yet intuition comes and expresses itself only via channels of feelings and emotions. Intuition is a felt knowledge. For many people, the idea that intuition is about feeling the knowing serves as the grounds for rejection of and disagreement with this part of the human mind and its role in our lives. For these people, one cannot mix the two terms, information and emotions. Intuition for them will remain strange, remote, and almost fictional.
This is why I must repeat the following statement over and over again. Intuition is information that we can get through our feelings only. The person who connects with his intuition learns how to trust his feelings based on his intuition and how to draw valuable data from this. Data that is essential for better management of life's challenges. He learns to know from what he feels. He learns to trust the information that reaches his mind, despite the information being illogical.
Intuition always precedes this time, otherwise it is not intuition. Intuition is the conclusion without the genuine needed to get there. This is what makes it illogical. Intuition expresses the opposite of our familiar platform, that is to know before they explore or investigate later. Does knowing before learning sound confusing? Hope so. Intuition is indeed confusing and should be kept this way, or it loses its inherent definition.
Another interesting factor about intuition as an illogical logic is its adventurous nature. What does that mean? Intuition tells us something interesting that may be the opposite of what we're used to thinking, and invites us, even tempts us, to follow and explore new worlds. If we're adventurous enough and willing to take some risks, we will arrive in time where intuition has guided us. These places would always be the ones that we would never have visited had we not followed our intuition.
In many ways, adventure contradicts reason. Adventure asks to challenge the familiar, the certain, the usual, and the routine. Adventure is the opposite of static conservatism. It is neither secure nor validated. Adventurous people who are sometimes happier and more successful than others are often labeled as crazy or deviant. Many times their actions are regarded as illogical or unreasonable.
Many important parts of modern life are based on the results of research and development. For example, the advanced technology that we enjoy today, that has gone through extraordinary acceleration in the last decades, is based on meticulous, detailed experiments, exact sciences, planning, analyzing, improving, and correcting. All this reflects the great achievements of the logic reason that we are familiar with. Yet, as you probably know, most people cannot understand scientific and technological logic. All we can do is to enjoy the fruits of these sciences and remain foggy about the actual mechanics.
When we get closer to intuition and become more skillful in using it, we find that our level of patience and connection to prolonged research processes gradually diminishes. Intuition acts as a bridge between us and a ready knowledge that can lead to immediate action and that is directly related to our lives without us being inferior to the experts or scholars. The only research we do have is based on the bold actions we take following our intuition's advice, which we embrace without any guaranteed results.
Now let's see. It is reasonable to act this way? Is it logical to trust something that was never studied and checked properly? Is it logical to follow something we feel but cannot explain, even we were certain it is right? Sounds pretty illogical, right? Those of you who wish to become more intuitive must remember this statement. Intuition is information we feel. Intuition is the illogical logic. All logical things are not intuitive because intuition comes before the understanding. In fact, it comes before all mental activities in which we relate to common logic.
And this is what is going to happen in the future. We will recognize intuitive information because of its illogical characteristics. We will feel it, know inside us that it is true, and at the same time hear that voice that warns us about this strange and unreasonable idea. In time, we will learn that these signs, these fearful reactions coming from our logical mind, are in fact the evidence that intuition works better for us. We will learn to sense our intuition's onset once new, exciting, and even practical ideas surface in our minds. Be aware, though, that at the same time, these ideas will be judged as far-fetched, illogical, and unlikely to be accepted and adopted by us.
Many times, if we are interested in a healthy connection to our intuition, we will have to temporarily shut down the common logic stream and say to ourselves, I cannot explain it, yet I have a pretty strong feeling that I should follow this challenging idea soon.
When we get used to activating this part of our brain in the right way, we will get closer to the understanding that inside us does exist an illogical logic. In some mysterious way, this will connect us to means of intensifying change and developing new paths. This fresh kind of logic will be within our reach and service once we learn how to be illogical.